Alrighty, let's get into it.
He's a maggot.
Yeah, you're a tough guy.
He's a maggot.
Who's a maggot?
Should've died when he was a baby. I'm a maggot.
Anytime, Mr. Gaines.
Shut up,
My daddy owns the building and I look like an idiot, huh?
I think you ran into this guy, what, maybe like a month ago? Dude's a dick.
Brought your dress today, you little prick.
Want to be in the room or not?
Do you want to suck my...
I prefer not to, sir. Then also
You threatened my life, you
in the
you f***ing
Still to this day, shouting profanities does not help you. It makes it 10 times worse for yourself. So, I would shut up and listen to the judge.
back room.
Suck my d***. No, I'm not standing.
Stop resisting.
I'm not resisting, I'm just not
Stand
standing.
up.
I'm not standing. I don't have to stand.
Fool, dude.
I hope you fall on that baby's head, you stupid never threaten that bitch.
This is Sidney Newsom, who is standing before Southern District Judge Aubrey Rimes in Pike County Justice Court in Mississippi. Newsom is facing a domestic violence charge and is handcuffed and shackled. Initially, he appears relatively calm as he reviews the paperwork. Tension started building when the transport officer tapped the table, seemingly agitating Newsom. Not long after, Newsom's mother and brother enter the courtroom, and he tries to go and meet them before being guided back by the officer. After signing the paperwork, Newsom started arguing with the judge. The judge wasn't having it today and quickly ordered his removal from the court. But Newsom has a plan. He hurls a stack of papers at the judge, but that doesn't satisfy.
Let him say hi to his mother and his brother. Just let him say hi, dog.
him. The transport officer attempts to subdue Newsom, but he overpowers her, escalating the situation. Newsom then hurls a telephone at the judge and knocks over a computer monitor. It's now time for Judge Rimes to take control, and he did. Now Newsom's brother becomes involved, adding to the confusion. Additional transport officials rushed in to assist, finally escorting Newsom out of the courtroom. Judge Rimes regains control, and court staff works to restore order. Newsom's brother is eventually removed from the court, and proceedings resume. As a result of his disruptive...
Why is his brother fucking removed? That doesn't make any sense. He was trying to disclose the situation that was happening.
behavior, Sidney Newsom is charged with contempt of court and serves 48 hours in jail. However, this wasn't the only time a convict freaked out during their sentencing.
It's too small anyway.
Take, for example, the case of 49-year-old Anthony Redding, who's facing a charge of felonious assault in Union County, Ohio. Redding allegedly punched his girlfriend in the face so badly that she lost an eye.
Oh, dude, what the fuck? That is disgusting, dude. That is... Oh my god, dude. That is just insane, bro. So you're telling me he punched her so hard that her eye fell out of her eye socket. That shit is crazy.
Was in self-defense and pleaded not guilty. As if Redding's crime was not outrageous enough, his reaction to his sentence was even more dramatic.
Ladies and gentlemen of the jury, the court's informed that you have reached a verdict. Is that correct?
Yes. This jury finding the defendant, Anthony Wayne Redding, is guilty of the charge of felonious assault.
After the jury reached a verdict and was dismissed, Redding geared up to hear his sentence from Judge Donald Frazier. However, Redding's emotions run high before the sentence is read.
Yes, that's what I got. Satan.
His attorney puts in a word, hoping to get him to his senses.
Anthony, I can make things to make that right. We still got sentencing to go through.
Yeah, buddy, you're so tough. Yeah, you're so tough, bud. You're so tough, bud.
While they exchange words, the judge intervenes before the situation escalates.
No reason for you to be acting this way.
Come on, let's go.
I think it's appropriate that the deputies put you in restraints before the court imposes sentence.
Give me 18. Get.
With the proceedings continuing, the prosecutor presents their statement, arguing for a strict and stringent sentence based on Redding's conduct dating back to 2008.
The state believes that his conduct, dating back to at least 2008, warrants the most strict and stringent sentence available.
Shut the piece of
Then it's Redding's turn to speak.
That's so just...
That's not good. I did not intentionally hit and this will be ruination of my life.
Finally, Judge Frazier delivers the sentence.
All right. Well, the court finds that there's no genuine remorse shown here. The court further finds that a maximum sentence is warranted. Total prison sentence imposed is 18 years.
Redding is sentenced to 18 years in state prison. This means he won't be eligible for release until 2037, when he'll be 68 years old. However, Anthony Redding isn't alone in his courtroom actions. Let's not forget the infamous incident involving 35-year-old Michael McDonald.
McDonald's. What's this guy doing?
Assistance in 15
Is
charges.
he getting under the table, looking for a cheeseburger? What's this guy
He's
doing?
accused of violating his parole. A year ago, he was released on bond while awaiting trial for various charges, stemming from a contentious divorce and custody case. His ex-wife had a no-contact order to keep him away from her and their children. The state now claims he violated parole by breaching this order. Despite the no-contact order, McDonald allegedly sent gifts addressed...
Someone getting here, sorry, not her. Getting here is the wife ordered a restraining order on this McDonald fella, so...
To his children, which his lawyer claims he didn't know violated the order.
Sent 2 gifts, that's it. No nasty notes with them. Mr. McDonald is not violent nor a threat to the community, has had no allegations of violence.
The defense argues for his continued freedom until trial.
One of his release conditions was to have no contact with the individual, his ex-wife. Approximately a month ago in June, he then mailed a number of items to his wife's address.
However, Judge Kathy Hardcastle is aware of the history and isn't convinced.
I would note that back in the family court, he constantly violated orders. He would always insist that the order said something else. I'm not sure that he is capable of controlling himself because he wasn't before. So based upon that, I am granting the motion.
Just when you thought McDonald couldn't sink any lower, his behavior in the courtroom will leave you stunned. After the decision, court marshals approach McDonald to take him into custody. He resists, prompting a struggle.
Don't resist, bro.
Mike, calm down. Mike, calm down. Relax. Mike,
I got to listen about this kids. Come on.
Mike, stop fighting with them.
He's making it 10 times worse for himself.
Mike, put the handcuffs on.
Never resist like this. Never resist. Because it's going to make you... some people just don't
Put
know.
them on myself. I'm on your side, Mike, put your out of line.
Despite threats of being tased, McDonald continues resisting, leading to additional charges.
I just want to see my kids now getting prosecuted as an enemy of the state. I just want... I've done nothing.
McDonald was later found guilty of burglary, forgery, and perjury related to his divorce case, receiving a sentence of 24 to 68 months in Nevada State Prison. He also faced an extra charge of resisting an officer due to his actions during the hearing. However, while it was clear that McDonald wasn't happy to hear he was going to be remanded in custody, his reaction to the decision was similar to the case of 21-year-old Milton Watts.
I already ruined my life.
That's 60. You want to go for 90? That's 90 more.
Who turned himself in after a warrant was issued for his arrest due to his refusal to appear on a domestic violence charge in Berea Municipal Court. Judge Chris Green, pictured here, is presiding over the case, and the interaction between Watts and the judge quickly gets off to a rocky start. Judge Green questions Watts about his absence in court the previous month.
You were supposed to be here last month. You did not appear. Why weren't you here?
But Watts has an excuse.
I had work. My mom didn't show up.
You had to work? You're full of shit.
Somebody died in the family. There was no reason for me to be here.
However,
you're
Judge
full of
Green
shit,
isn't
dude.
impressed with the excuse.
Well, it's not an engraved invitation, son. It's a court order. I'm resetting it then for you.
Watts attempts to handle the situation himself, stating he doesn't need an attorney.
Your attorney withdrew, so you'll have to hire an attorney.
I don't need an attorney.
But
dude, the least you can do is show up to court. Least you can do, dude. Like, I don't know, man.
His understanding of the legal process appears limited.
You're a lawyer?
Nope.
You want to talk to me about me? Bond with me? What do you want to tell me?
About what?
Bond?
Is your voice box gone? Is it gone? Fucking talk, dude. Talk. Get them words out. Come on, talk.
His attitude isn't well received by the no-nonsense judge.
Not talking is gonna get you in even more deep shit because some of these guys are fucking idiots. Blows my mind.
Green.
That's going to cost you 30 days in the county jail for contempt.
The judge then sets a $5,000 cash surety bond, subject to a temporary protection order.
It's $5,000 cash surety bond, temporary, subject to the temporary protection order.
Despite this, Watts continues to display a defiant attitude, prompting Judge Green to add more days to his sentence.
He just swore at the judge.
This could have gone very, very nicely. But since he wanted to be a dick and this douchebag and all sorts of kind of words, he got fucked.
Can I give you a piece of advice?
What?
You can either make life easy or you can make life hard.
I already ruined my life.
That's 60. You want to go for 90? That's 90 more. That's 108.
Even as his mother and family beg him to stop.
Owen, stop!
How many days you want to give me now? Are you sure counting, bitch? I like your suit. Thanks, man.
Melvin.
This dude's a nut job, dog. He is a nut job. My God. Even made it more fucked up for himself. Oh my God, dude. The smallest things could have gone very easy, but then he wanted to do that, and now it just made it even more worse.
Eventually, Judge Green decides to reduce the sentence to 90 days in jail. However, while Watts' behavior was shocking, it's nothing compared to the utter mayhem caused by Sherry Lynn in Miami-Dade Bond Court.
Who is this Cynthia? Tell me!
I
Where the
you
you
allegedly
referring to?
tried to hit with the pliers. The other case, F-51-426, bond gun is $5,000.
Again, shouting profanities never works for you. It makes it 10 times or 20 times harder for yourself.
Judge
Shut up
Wendy
and listen.
Glazer is handling bond hearings today, but one particular case stands out. Sherry Lynn is a defendant facing charges of felony battery and resisting arrest with violence. Lynn appears remotely and has a public defender representing her. Lynn's demeanor is immediately noticeable, and from the very start, it's evident that she's not pleased to be in court.
No one is. No one is.
Why don't you go fuck yourself first?
Judge Glazer initially finds it somewhat amusing, but quickly addresses Lynn's behavior.
Okay, well, I'm a little busy right now, so I'm not able to do that. Ma'am, I'm just trying to help you.
Ma'am, he's trying to help you, and please don't use profanity or try and disrupt my courtroom, because I don't want to be forced to hold you in contempt of court.
Judge Glazer addresses the charges against Lynn, including an alleged attempt to hit someone with pliers. She orders Lynn to stay away from the alleged victim's home and place of business. The judge sets the bonds for the various charges, including including $1,000 for one count.
And I'm ordering that you stay away from Cynthia Cuba. Do not have any contact with her, and you must stay away from her home and place of business.
But Lynn isn't going to accept that quietly.
Who is this Cynthia Cuba? Tell me.
I
Where the
you
you referring
allegedly
to?
tried to hit with the pliers. The other case, F-51-426,
Rifle,
the bomb gun case, and it's $5,000.
Believe count 2 and 3 was like
It's $5,000.
Interestingly, Judge Glazer maintains her composure. She suggests that Lynn should consider getting medical attention.
This judge is awesome, dude. Awesome.
And reiterates the orders before concluding the hearing.
Have a nice day, ma'am. We'll try and get you into the hospital.
In the end, Lynn is ordered to pay a $50 fine as part of the proceedings. However, let's compare the jaw-dropping reaction of Lynn to the astonishing outburst by Keith Ferguson during his sentencing in Kalkaska, Michigan.
Another one.
Okay. Well,
Ferguson is in court for the mindless murders of his wife and in-law. Ferguson had pleaded guilty to the first-degree and second-degree murder of his estranged wife, Tiffany Ferguson, and her father, James Weber. After shooting her, Ferguson brought the kids to his father-in-law's house and killed him. The children got away to a neighbor's home, but Ferguson broke into another neighbor's house and barricaded himself. He eventually surrendered to the police. Ferguson's actions were horrible, but little did anyone expect that Ferguson's response to their sentence would overshadow the outrageousness of their crime. The motive behind the gruesome act was believed to be Tiffany's recent filing for divorce. At previous court appearances, Ferguson displayed disdain for the court and the judge.
you. Okay. Well.
His disruptive behavior continued during this arraignment, where he refused to cooperate and raised profane outbursts.
Can I get you to stand up there at the podium, please? All right, I need to have you raise your right hand for me.
I'm leaving this
Okay,
court.
all right.
Just put me back in my cell.
Okay, stop.
Despite dropping several felony charges as part of his guilty plea, including kidnapping and carrying explosives, Ferguson's actions were inexcusable. So, during the trial, the prosecution requested for the maximum sentence.
The defendant is already murdered and murdered multiple people and fled and has taken hostages. There's no doubt in my mind that this particular defendant has a high risk non-appearance or danger to the public.
The request sounded reasonable to the judge.
2 murders, we have issues of flight, home invasion, kidnapping. I'm gonna set it as a $10 million fine.
During sentencing, Carla, a friend of Tiffany Ferguson, delivered a touching victim impact statement, highlighting the emotional pain caused by Ferguson's actions, particularly for his own children.
I knew one day you would kill her. She would always reply, "He loves his kids too much. He won't kill me." Well, we see how much you love them.
When Ferguson was given a chance to speak, he showed no remorse or apology.
Tragedy of, just sends me, killing, whatever.
Selfish idiot. Selfish. No remorse. Sad. Very sad. To not showing any remorse of what you did.
They've been through enough, and it would be good for me to, I don't want them to see.
Eventually, Judge George Mertz handed down the sentence of life in prison with no possibility of parole.
You will never again have an opportunity to hurt any innocent people. You'll never again have the opportunity to be hurt.
But that didn't move Ferguson. However, just when you thought you've seen it all, another convict surpasses Ferguson's wild courtroom display.
Demanding you, I will see you tomorrow. By then you should be that doesn't move. My champion.
Enter Kwahuru Govan, a 38-year-old facing murder charges in Bushwick, Brooklyn. Govan lived across the street from the Brazel family and had a connection with the victim's mother, Desiree, due to their shared neighborhood. On February 14, 2005, Rashawn set out for the Gates Avenue subway station intending to meet his mother for a Valentine's Day lunch. However, that lunch never took place, and Rashawn vanished without a trace. The days that followed yielded a grim discovery. Fragments of Rashawn's body were uncovered in a subway tunnel. Even more horrifying, a hand were found at a Brooklyn recycling facility. Tragically, Rashawn's head was never located. Court documents revealed a shocking twist. Govan had attended Rashawn's funeral and even signed the guest book. The detective handling the case, Jason Palomara, shared a disturbing detail. Govan had said that he hated Rashawn because he was gay. He labeled him an abomination, based on the interpretation.
Oh my God. Dude, that's a hate crime, but I disagree with most things. I disagree with gays, but I'm respectful and I'm nice. Although I don't agree with it, I have to accept it. And most people don't accept it, they hate it.
Of religious teachings. This was reportedly his motive for murdering the 19-year-old Rashawn. Fortunately, DNA evidence on Rashawn's body pointed to Govan. Now, in the Brooklyn Supreme Court, Govan is facing trial for his abominable crimes. Govan tries to stand up and plead his innocence, but the court isn't having it. A struggle ensued when Govan refuses to be fingerprinted and argues with the judge.
I will see you tomorrow. By then you should be that doesn't move. My champion.
But the judge had enough and orders him to be removed. But Govan had to be in court every day until he agreed to be fingerprinted. Govan subsequently pleaded not guilty to the crimes, but was sentenced to life imprisonment. However, it's not the first time a convict has lost control in court, just like what happened in the notorious case of Ellen McCarthy in Daytona Beach, Florida.
You wanna take my kids from me and act like that? You ain't that bitch.
It all started when the Volusia County Sheriff's Office received a concerning call from Alan McCarty.
Communications, Warhurst.
This was one of the
I want
funniest.
to report a crime that's about to happen. What do you mean a crime that's about to happen? Yeah, there's about to be a crime that's going to happen if my kids don't come back to me, you stupid bitch. Because your stupid judges don't want to bring people to courtrooms. I got a gun pointed at your building. Sir, what is going on? Who the you calling sir, you stupid bitch? Where's your judge warrant at? You gonna bring that bitch out in handcuffs and I'm gonna execute that son of a bitch right in the street. I'm letting you know I'm gonna shoot this bitch. You gonna give me my kids? Where are you at, sir? I just told you I'm outside of her building waiting for her to get there in the morning. I'm gonna pop a cap in that bitch. You stupid.
Detectives soon arrested McCarty for making death threats against a judge, whom he wrongly believes played a role in.
I got to this guy in the other video. This dude showed no remorse. The dude was out of control. He was disrespectful and just out like
taking his children away in a custody case. A year later, in a different courtroom, he faces his punishment. If you thought McCarty would show remorse for his crimes, be prepared for his jaw-dropping conduct during the proceedings. During the trial, McCarty put on a show.
He's under oath from the start of the trial.
No, I'm not. I'm not under oath.
All right, raise your right hand. I'm going to swear you in.
I'm not under oath.
Despite his disruptive behavior, the judge carries on. Ultimately, McCarty was eventually removed from court and found guilty of all the charges against him.
Want to be in the room or not?
Do you want to suck my...
I prefer not to, sir.
Well, you got a mouth for it.
No, do you want to be here or not?
During the sentencing, McCarty's issues continued.
You're before the court, Mr. McCarty, to show cause why you're not holding contempt for behavior that you demonstrated during the jury trial.
What a bunch of you stupid piece of
Then also,
You threatened my life
judge addresses McCarty's contemptuous behavior, but his disruptions persist, leading to his removal from the courtroom.
Back room.
Suck my d***. No, I'm not standing. Stop resisting. I'm not resisting. I'm just not standing up. I'm not standing. I don't have to stand. I hope you fall on that baby's head, you stupid never threaten that bitch.
Finally, the judge delivers the sentence. McCarty is adjudicated guilty and sentenced to 15 years in Florida State Prison for one count, with an additional 5-year sentence to run consecutively for another count.
Count 1, I'm going to adjudicate him guilty, sentence him to 15 years in Florida State Prison. As to count 2, I'm going to adjudicate him guilty, sentence him to 5 years to run consecutive to count 1.
Alan McCarty is a prime example of a convict acting crazy in court. However, could this outburst by Jonathan Alonso be considered even a little crazier?
You make whatever decisions you need to work out between your own selves.
Thank you.
You work it out between your own selves.
30-year-old Jonathan Alexander Alonso is in court for the murder of his older lover, Lou Piper, age 61, in Sunset Harbor, South Beach. Lou Piper's body was discovered by police in his apartment after co-workers reported his absence from work. The state of decomposition indicated that Piper had been dead for several days. The gruesome scene that awaited the authorities was marked by stab wounds covering Piper's body. Blood-soaked floors and walls, alongside a trail of bloody footprints leading to the bedroom, bore witness to the violent act. Multiple knives stained with blood were also found within the residence. The suspect, Jonathan Alonso, was taken into custody 2 days later. The relationship between Alonso and Piper had been complex. They had shared the same living space for over a year, and neighbors suggest that their relationship was romantic in nature. However, law enforcement had been summoned to their apartment on various occasions. In September, Piper had sought to have Alonso removed from the premises, citing alleged domestic violence incidents. However brutal the slaying was, wait till you hear how Alonso justified the murder. Alonso's court appearance took a disturbing turn as he went on an eccentric rant, claiming to be God's will.
I'm selfless, and I am God's will. And that's all I follow, all I ever have.
His self-proclaimed divine status left those present bewildered. In the bond court, he addressed the judge with unconventional statements, suggesting that individuals should resolve their conflicts themselves, as he followed his own unique path as God's will.
You make whatever decisions you need to work out between your own selves.
Thank you.
You work it out between your own selves.
Miami Beach police noted that Alonso had been uncooperative.
Your own selves? That's not a word, dumbass.
Throughout their investigation, going so far as to disassemble recording devices during initial questioning and spitting on the police. Eventually, Alonso was sentenced to 20 years and 6 months. However, while some may attribute Alonso's reaction to mental illness, it pales in comparison to the unfathomable behavior of 40-year-old Darrell Brooks.
Yeah, I got requests. It ain't like they gonna be honored though.
As it relates to the jury instructions, sir, what are your...
I heard what the hell you said, man.
Well, Mr. Brooks, that was very disrespectful.
He drove his car through a Christmas parade in Waukesha, Wisconsin, claiming the lives of 6 individuals, ranging from 8 to 81 years old, and injuring over 60 others. If you thought Brooks's crimes were reprehensible, brace yourself for their shocking conduct during the proceedings. Opting to represent himself in court, Brooks's trial took a perplexing turn due to his repeated interruptions, outbursts.
Isn't this guy that just got sentenced not even like maybe a week ago? I think I watched that.
And erratic behavior.
Mr. Brooks, do you have any requests?
I'm tired of my way being traveled around here too. I'm tired of it too.
Do you have any requests as it relates to the jury instructions?
Ain't nobody understand why I'm frustrated. How you gonna sit up here and make decisions based on what you think I said when I didn't give consent for you to do any such thing?
These disruptions led to his removal from the courtroom on multiple occasions.
I'm advising you to stop asking those questions.
It
will be considered an interruption.
He's interrupted. Take him to the next courtroom. I'll make more findings when he is in the courtroom next door, and I can do that without an interruption.
During the trial, a deeply unsettling event transpired. In an unnerving show of disrespect, Brooks engaged in a prolonged stare.
That man's pissed. Look at his eyes, dog. He is not in the mood.
Judge Darrow, while forcefully banging his fists on the table. This stare down terrified the judge.
I need to take a break. This man right now is having a stare down with me. It's very disrespectful. He pounded his fist. Frankly, it makes me scared.
Brooks's confrontational behavior and intimidating demeanor continued, even as he was removed from the court and was speaking from a separate room.
Yeah, I got the headphones on. You can't see that?
What are your requests as it relates? What are your requests as it relates to the jury instructions, sir?
Man, don't try to come with this whole little sir. Now it's all these sir and all these.
Throughout the trial, Brooks displayed behavior that veered from defiance to emotional breakdowns. He frequently contested the fairness of the trial and objected to questioning.
He pounded his fist once again, raised his voice. I understand, I really do, that he's upset with my decision to cut off his ability to present a defense, but that decision was made based on his conduct and his conduct alone.
So let's be accurate on the record, since you think you know so much.
Once
So
again,
we can
Mr.
open the
Brooks
door
is
on.
being
We can
loud,
open the door on how old she told me she was. When we met.
interrupting.
We can ask that question
He is
too. Then.
over the
Did you
top,
ask that?
animated
Did you
right
know
now.
that?
Mr. Brooks, I'm ordering you to sit down and to let the state finish.
Brooks was eventually sentenced to 6 consecutive life sentences.
The jury find the defendant, Daryl E. Brooks, guilty of first-degree intentional homicide as charged in count 1 of the information.
Oh my
Dated this 26th day of October 2022, signed by the foreperson.
However, when emotions run high in court, the actions of Brooks and Michael Gaines leave us questioning sanity itself.
I don't think I have to take insults from. I know.
He's
a tough guy now.
This is Michael Gaines, who is in court for battery of a law enforcement officer. Gaines was accused of spitting on 2 detention deputies. This act of aggression took a particularly concerning twist, as Gaines is HIV positive. Now in court, he appeared agitated and did not allow the judge to speak.
All the evidence shows that you deliberately.
Yeah, okay. Yeah.
Again, no remorse. Again.
Were hawking up.
Bullshit. I didn't hawk up no saliva, okay?
However, things got worse when Mr. O'Connor, the deputy district attorney,
might call that
contributed to the
remorse.
case.
I appreciate Mr. Gaines making my point for me.
You punk.
Very well received.
Maggot mother.
And I don't think
I haven't
take
heard the word maggot in a long time. It's still pretty funny when someone calls you a maggot.
I know. You.
He's a tough guy now.
Gaines turned it to a cussing match.
Take out of the courtroom.
He's a maggot.
Yeah, you're a tough guy.
He's a maggot, punk. You should have died when you was a baby.
Oh
Was
no!
eventually removed from the
Whoa.
court. If you thought these reactions were shocking, you'd be amazed at this video of couples reacting to life sentences.
Well, shit. Well, guys, thank you guys for watching this video. Like, subscribe, turn that bell on, and I'll see you guys next time I upload. I'm out. Peace.